Good morning, friends, and welcome to episode 100 of Looking at Stamps. And today we are going to continue looking at stamps that feature horses. But unlike the first 2 days, these particular stamps simply have horses on them as opposed to featuring horses as the predominant image. We're going to start with Scott number 1572 to 1575. This is the USPS 200th anniversary. The stamp in particular we're looking at is 1572, which shows a stagecoach and a tractor trailer. In 1775, the Continental Congress established the very first U.S. Postal Department. It named Benjamin Franklin as its first Postmaster General, which you will see several stamps depicting Franklin in postal history. Also to note is 1573, which shows the locomotives, of course, as you know, which is one of my favorite themes. But getting back to 1572, that is the 200 years of postal service showing the stagecoach. The next stamp set I've shown to you before when we talked about cars. This is 2059 to 2062. This is simply called streetcars. We have two stamps with horses on them. The first is 2059. This is the first American streetcar. And we also have 2061, which is the bobtail horse car. For those of you who don't know, bobtail horses are horses who have their tails cut short. You may know of the song Jingle Bells, where they talk about bells on a bobtail ring. And the reason they did this is so that the horse's tail wouldn't get caught up in the reins as it was pulling the horse car, or in the case of the song, the sleigh. So that is 2059 to 2062, series called Streetcars. This was issued in 1983. We have 2059, the first American streetcar, which is the top stamp, and the bottom stamp is 2061 with the bobtail horse car. The next set is another stagecoach feature. This is from the series of traditional mail delivery. This is 2434 to 2437. The stamp that we are looking at is the stagecoach stamp, which is 2434. These stamps depict mail delivery from the colonial times to the early 1900s. This was issued on the 20th Universal Postal Congress. For the 20th Universal Postal Congress, the U.S. Postal Congress, the Universal Postal Congress is in the news today because of the trade wars in 2018 between the U.S. and China. They are now renegotiating the rates for final deliveries of international postage. So you may hear of the Postal Congress currently in today's news. Once again, this is 2434 to 2437. We are looking at the stagecoach stamp, which is 2434. And the final set that we have is controversial on a variety of different levels. This is called the Legends of the West series. This is 2869, designated A as in Alpha, T as in Tom. We have two stamps that are highlighted, that highlight horses. This is the first in a series called the Classic Collection series. This was issued these issues were between 1994 and 2000. This was issued in 1994. It features 20 stamps. 16 stamps normally will indicate individuals. 4 stamps will indicate themes. It's all the same format of these classic collection stamps. Many of you may have them already in your collection. There's the baseball collection. There's the classic comics collection. The Civil War collection. This was the first in the series. There are 2 that feature horses. The first is the A as in Alpha, which is the Home on the Range, which is the story of the Longhorns in Texas, and moving them from Texas to the east, where they went from $4 a head in Texas to $40 a head in the east, which became the derivation of the term cowboy. And finally, we have T as in Tom, which is the Overland Mail stamp, celebrating mail and the Pony Express. The thing about these as well is on the back, they have the history of the stamp's depictions. And here is the Home on the Range. And then here is the Overland Mail series. These became controversial for a variety of different levels in the way that it depicted Western legends as well as Native American cultures. But more importantly is when this was first issued, this stamp of Bill Pickett had the wrong image. It had the image of his brother rather than Bill Pickett. They had to recall over 150,000 stamp sets. Unfortunately, the second error was that some of the post offices had sold them before their release date. So these have been in circulation. Eventually, USPS ended up selling off as many of them as they could to recoup the costs to philatelists and philatelic societies. But that is the Legends of the West series. And now for a note. This will be the last of the scheduled series of videos for this year. We will go in hiatus for a little while. I will come to you on special occasions, namely stamp releases, stamp announcements. But for the rest of the year, I am going to start downloading all of these episodes onto my YouTube channel. I'm also cataloging all of the stamps so that we can reference them per episode. And of course, that's going to take a little time. So that is the end of the series for this year. Once again, we will have the regular scheduled series for this year. We will have notices and individual videos that come up to announce things and new releases. But until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.